Well, Chrissy, the middle of the big week, Golden Slipper Day on Saturday. We've come through last Saturday unscathed. Yesterday, sort of winner of Bubbles and Boats, and airing of our new TV ad, win a share in Bowban for Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day.
Who do you think was the best
Sales are on next week. Everything's happening.
It sure is, Liam. Yeah, looking forward to the Easter sales. Plenty of nice horses there. Who do you think looked best in the ad?
Oh, it was about me, and then there was a horse and you in the background. I was a star performer.
Yeah, that's what you were trying to do, that's for sure.
That was a 20-second TV ad. I wanted to make
3.5 hours it took.
It was a big experience, wasn't it?
Reasonable. It was a good experience, yeah.
Something different. They made the barn certainly not what it looked like in real life.
The realm of champions.
Yes. Yesterday, Bubbles and Boats. Been a long process with her.
Yeah, it certainly has. Well-bred horse, with plenty of ability, and it's just taken us so long to get it to the races. So, fortunately, there's been a lot of people put effort into this and got it right, and she's won the last couple in pretty impressive fashion.
And yesterday in Melbourne, another European horse on debut in Australia, Uppercut, ran well.
Ran very well. He'll be winning races over Winterland for sure. There's a number of horses yesterday that ran well. Murphy's Delight comes to mind, so does Canossa, who ran second to Bubbles and Boats, and yeah, some horses with their foot in their till, so to speak. Plenty of winners coming up in the next few weeks.
Looking ahead to this Saturday, well represented on our home track of the final day of the Rosehill BMW Carnival. What do you mean? I get excited.
Wish everyone could see him behind the camera.
Should see how many takes we get. Anyway, first race, scratch from yesterday, double happy, Craig Newitt, barrier 5.
1400 will suit. He's a 3-year-old type, but deserves to be here. It's a nice race. He's racing well.
Race 2, the Selwood Stakes, Neville Selwood Stakes, Group 3, set weights and penalties race over 2,000. 3 runners, Moriarty, Permit and Janoob.
Moriarty's very well set. Well, very well placed in this race, set weights and penalties. He's got 56.5 from memory. Perfect race for him, so no reason why he couldn't bounce back, and he's got a great association with Natural with us, so I think that's a big key to him getting back into form. Janoob will be very hard to beat. Obviously the up-and-comer on the stage. Looks well placed. It was a toss-up whether we ran him in the BMW or this race. We chose this. Permit, he's going okay, just needs a bit extra distance. Got held back because of the wet track last Saturday, so he's going to be forced to run over an unsuitable trip this week and then back up the following week in the Chairman's. But there's a couple of nice horses in there, I think we were well represented though.
The Sebring Stakes.
He's doing a good job, Sebring.
Outstanding. Outstanding. What about our other group winners? They're just falling out of the place.
Group 1 winners too.
Criterion, Dissident. They're everywhere.
They're the ones that count, Liam.
You got many Sebrings?
We've got a few.
You like them?
A few. They're nice horses.
They're easy to identify.
Plain Janes, yeah, but they get the job done, and I guess that's what counts.
Sebring Stakes, Group 3, quality for the sprinters. Nice quality field of 10 runners. Sedcom resumes. The big fella, Craig Newitt again, barrier 9.
He'll run well, Liam. We've picked this race out for some time for him. Awkward gate's going to see him get back, but I'm sure he'll run home strongly. Don't know if he could win, but could see him finishing in the first 5. Hopefully the first 3 at good price.
Wow, a little bit of a push. Emancipation Stakes, 1,500 metres.
4th and 5th though.
No. Can I talk? The Emancipation, Group 2 for the mares, 1,500. Set weights and penalties, Catkins.
She's well placed. Working well. She's a very good horse. Totally different weight scale to the Cornwall. And she meets a lot of horses a lot better. She'll be very hard to beat.
You quite like these set weights and penalties races, don't you?
Very outstanding. The best horses win the races. Obviously, you've still got to turn up and be at your best. And from time to time, a horse can run below its best, but she's a handicapping certainty on Saturday, providing she brings the best form to the races.
I'd agree with that. The Tulloch Stakes, he's back from Melbourne.
Why not? Why shouldn't the best horses win the races on group days?
No, I'm in complete agreement. Like, Catkins was thrown in the Coolmore according to our rival trainers, but she's thrown in on Saturday. Villanova, barrier 10, returns from Melbourne where he recorded a Group 2 win. If he won on Saturday, did he go to the Derby?
No, he's not nominated.
You're not going to?
No, Queensland Derby perhaps. Yeah, he's been a difficult horse. We identified him as a 2,000 metre horse and thought he'd be our spring champion hope in the spring. Didn't. But he's come back well, trip away to Melbourne, sparked him up, and won very well coming from last there. Then was plagued with bad barriers, wide and big weight. So set weight race will suit him Saturday. Awkward gate, but big track here at Rosehill shouldn't worry him.
Group 1 BMW Wait for Age 2400 metre contest, 2 runners, Forteller and Briganton.
Forteller was a little bit flat, I thought, in the Ranvet, but so is Fiorante, who's a very, very good horse. So I just think that form might change around a little bit, and hopefully it does for our sake. He's going well enough, and we'll appreciate the 2400. Briganton, he's on trial for the Sydney Cup. It's a perfect race leading into that 2 weeks out, but hopefully we can pick up some of the prize money as well, and he's certainly worth following towards the Sydney Cup.
Of the Sydney Cup hopefuls you've got, I notice you've stuck to the Wait for Age path with this bloke. Any reason?
Well, more so the timing of the race. 2 weeks out, I think it's a bit better than 1 week out. With the chairman's handicap next week's probably a tough race.
Race 7, the Vinery Stud Stakes for the 3-year-old fillies, 2,000 metres. 2 very good fillies here, Define and All Cerise.
Yeah, good fillies.
I said they were very good.
They've got to step up to Group 1 level, which I think they can. But the big question is the 2,000 metre distance, and you'll see a lot of 3-year-old fillies form change for the better or the worse on Saturday. So Define's had the perfect preparation for the race. I think she will stay. She's drawn a little bit awkwardly, but Craig Newitt rode her well last start and will be better thanks to that experience on her, and I think she's a great chance with a great turn of foot at the end of her races. All Cerise, she's also been set for the race as well, had a little mini break in between runs, and question mark over her staying ability, but she's drawn well, should get a nice run, and hopefully we'll see out a strong 2,000.
No runners in the Golden Slipper, size produce in the Champagne. He's set some of your 2-year-olds there, you just had a complete miss?
Yes and no. We only bought a handful of horses from Magic Millions last year and probably 3 or 4 from Easter, so that gives you 8 horses outside of homebreds to get there. And as you know, we don't put a lot of pressure on our horses, and I think that tells later on when we are making up numbers in other races, such as your Cox Plates, Caulfield Cups, Melbourne Cups, etc. So yeah, it's hard to burn the candle at both ends, and I think they need to be there for more than just 1 year.
The race of the day, the final event on the card, the Doncaster Prelude. Heaps of runners. We'll go through them one by one. Weary with H. Bowman.
Well, very good rider, and that probably holds the key to the race. To see him on
He wears khakis, man.
He's what?
He wears khakis.
We might get a live and exclusive interview with him shortly. No, the horse is going terrific. Those 2 runs have helped his confidence. He came to us as a bit of a trick, but he settled in really well and hit the line on both occasions well. So he's drawn well on Saturday. Hopefully that'll see him take up a better spot, and should be very hard to beat.
Diametric got the prize first up. He completely missed.
Needs to come back and learn to race. That's why we've dropped him back to 1,500. Forget about him on Saturday, but in a few starts' time, you'll see the real horse turn up.
Lucky Chappie, 2 impressive trials, good American form.
Yeah, I like this horse. If he had Ware's barrier, I'd say he'd be a threat, but from that gate it's going to make it hard. He'll go back. Just go through our normal pattern with these European or American horses, give them some confidence. So yeah, he's one to follow for the future.
Wasn't drawn a very wide gate, and I'll obviously appreciate further.
Getting ready for Queensland, hopefully a race like the Brisbane Cup, similar to Wyman Posing. He'll run in 3 weeks' time, over 2,000 metres, which will suit him a lot better, and both horses will certainly need the run on Saturday.
And final run, the Danchai. He was good at Kembla.
Yeah, he was a good run, 1300, steps up to 1500. Wouldn't say he'd have the class of Weary just yet, but he's working towards a nice 2,000 metre race in the not too distant future.
Head to Melbourne, 2 runners, Trade Commissioner and our Voodoo Prince. One of us caught us napping a couple of weeks ago. Voodoo Prince has drawn wide, and Trade Commissioner, I thought he was good, good first up.
Both racing out of their handicap a little bit, but we're just learning about them. It's their second Australian starts. As you say, Voodoo Prince won very well first up. Might be a surprise package to keep going, but both horses worth following.
All right, mate, good luck on Saturday.
Thanks.